Hi, soul family. I guess we gotta, there we go. Maybe not. Okay, where do you want to hang? Just hang right there. All right, so we're gonna do a reading. Excuse me for my frozen face. It's hard for me to talk. I still don't have feeling here. And you may not notice it, but I noticed it. I noticed when I did my last reading, kept pulling down to the one side. I'm hoping this ends very quickly. We've got rain in California, which I love, you guys all know. You missed the real downpour a second ago. It was just pelting. But I like it. I use this to wash away negative energy. I think that maybe my kitties are in the house. I think that there's a deck here that has a message in it. And bad romance. Okay. I want to do the I can do it cards as well for everybody. I want your everything as long as it's free. And that's not going to happen, right? Ever get to the place where you think you know something? Hold on. You're going to have to move just a little bit. Is that better? I think that works. Okay. Where you think you've got something figured out, right? You think you know what's going on, and then you don't. My girlfriend this morning wrote to me and said, let me see if I can find what she said. And I haven't looked it up, so we're going to look it up together. She goes, I'm driving along, and I just about hit a raccoon. But by the hair of his little tail, he got across the street as I'm slamming on my brakes. Any thoughts? And what I said was... For a minute, it sounds like the masked bandit almost got hit, but he got away with it. So, the masked bandit, right? Somebody pretending to be something else. He's the thief. He's, he looks really sweet and innocent, but he's a thief. He wants you to think that he's just a sweet little innocent thing and he couldn't harm you. You know, it's just me. I'm a really giving person. I'm a really empathic person. I'm your friend. All the while robbing you blind, right? And I had someone else say something to me, and the way they said, I'm just going to tell it to you the way they said it to me, because that gave me the message alone. They said, say you're living in LA and you're doing great and your job's great, everything's wonderful, and then somebody tells, your best friend tells a lie about you, and you lose everything. Everybody believes the lie. Everybody believes the lie. And why did that happen to you? You had lessons, right? You were supposed to learn who was your friend and who was not, I guess. And I guess you had probably already had been given sign after sign about it previously, but you didn't see it. And I wrote something this morning because I was just in shock over something that I understood. Somebody that actually I thought was a really sweet person as well. They were a Leo, and it was not somebody I actually dated, somebody I went on a couple of dates with. And only because that person lied about the one that I really cared about. And, I don't know. So I went to post it, and then I thought, I don't want to give ammunition to, you know, or credence to what you're trying to do. But, so I kept pulling it down, putting it back up, pulling it down, putting it back up. Because you don't want to give your energy to anyone like that, because in all reality, they're narcissists and they don't really care how they get your energy. You know, if they get your energy in a positive way or if they get your energy in a negative way, they still got your energy, right? So I want to look at these cards before I say what it is. I might just announce it. I might just say it, because there's somebody who's trying to find out information. They want to find out if they just don't have enough information about something. And they're not coming forward to ask the questions because they were hoping to find out kind of through the back door, right? But they haven't gotten enough sufficient information, not to satisfy them anyway. So the items that we're going to choose from, we'll choose things from inside. We'll choose the Native American drum. We'll choose the Dove of Peace. We'll choose the Guard Cat. 1, 2, 3. And we'll choose, and I didn't show you her the last time properly. She's running with a daisy flower in front of her, and she is the light. When it gets dark, she lights up. She's chasing happiness. Those are our items. You beat me at my own damn game. Okay, so for those who chose the Indian drum, we'll start with the Le Vampire deck. Correct for neutrality on all levels. You know what I need to see. For those who chose the Native American drum, whoop, well, the card flew out. So it's the Call of the Night. Ooh, I like this. This looks like fun. Daring, adventure, excitement. 16. Now, that was the message that I just shared, actually. I don't know if it's daring, adventure, and excitement, but it popped up in my history, and I had been getting the same card several times in the last several days, and it was vacation. So I thought, vacation, right? Like, I just got back from Sedona, and I'm kind of in the midst of finding out if I'm going to be taking, which place I'm going to be taking, or if any at all. So 1, the first number is 1, which is keeping your thoughts positive. So only focusing on what it is that you want to see happen. Uplift your thoughts. If you're thinking something negative, you're going to be creating negativity. It isn't about being, blind and saying, seeing something is absolutely this way, and yet I'm going to think something completely different. I'm just going to keep my thoughts positive because anything can happen, right? Things change all the time. And the number 6 is you're too focused on the material world, which could be this particular, just all the issues going on, like drama, gossip, lies, manipulation. That's not spiritual. See, it's hard for me. I'm trying not to bite my lip. It also is a number for victory. And then 1 and 6 together makes 7. And it says if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. So the trick is stay on your path, right? Your spiritual path. So this message is talking about patterns that we've fallen into, knowing what we can expect, knowing, this is the way things happen at this time. At this time of the day, we do this. At nighttime, we do this. You're in a regular routine where you know how everything is playing out. Maybe you've got love around you. You're accepted. You're content. You're comfortable. There's no reason for you to feel upset or discontent. Everybody looks pretty comfortable there, right? And this one says, I felt that way once, too, until I was called. And I left behind the world that I lived in, and I traveled with loved ones. No, from loved ones. Some chose to go with me, but some did not. And I knew that I was learning about myself. I was changing. I was being reborn. I was forging my future. But in the loneliness, I came to understand who I really was. And so this message is, you may fear to leave the comfort zone. Like me right now, I'm in this place, it's comfortable, I easily pay my rent, my landlord's helpful, my cats are comfortable. I'm not at risk right now, right? But I'm not expanding either. So you prefer possibly knowing what's going to happen. But this call says you're about to leave that place. Song right now, are you ready for the sequel? In the Golden Cathedral, I'll be praying for the faithless. Hey, Ma. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. Okay. This is a different message, though. The song, I always thought it was so positive. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. I did it. And yet, when you watch the video, it is about this person who lived in Los Angeles. And they made it. And they made it into the right crowd. But then you watch them as they went from one party to another, doing drugs and throwing up and waking up in the street and crawling out of someone else's bed. I mean, yeah, they made it. They made it to the big leagues, and it was a disaster. Total disaster. I'm curious. I'm going to do something, and I'll see if it'll show us. I can't have the volume on. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. It's Panic at the Disco. So I'm just gonna let it play in the background, and I'm gonna kind of watch what happens. So he's signing contracts. His producer's got a gold front tooth. He's out there singing, right? Everyone loves him. He's on the cover of Rolling Stone. You know, he goes into the bars, and there's one woman after another. They're bringing him cocaine. He's snorting coke. He's shooting. Then he's in jail. He's arrested. He's in the back of it. Now he's shamed. He's got cuts all over his face. And there he is now. He's hooked, and now he's buying drugs on the street because he's hooked to the drugs that are there. And he's looking at himself, shaking his own head, saying, "What the hell are you doing now? What are you doing?" So then it looks like he cleans himself up. And he does it on his own, without the drugs, without going to the guy who wanted that lifestyle for him. And those people, and at the end, let me see the end. Hold on. Does he really clean himself up? No. When he cleaned himself up, they threw him away. They threw him away, and it was done. They didn't want him anymore. When he cleaned up his act, they didn't want him anymore. Wow. Wow. So, this message is kind of intriguing because maybe this is what you've done, right? You went out. You were reborn. You partook of something outside of your comfort zone. And maybe it went in a bad way, so you've decided never to move from that spot again. Or maybe you're just somebody who has always wanted to have things known up front, right? Wanted to have certainties about things. This is telling you that you're about to leave that warm place, that cozy, restrictive cocoon that you've been living in. And you're going to step into something a little more harsh, more real, more raw. It's going to teach you valuable and strange lessons. You're going to be thrown out of the place that you call home into a world of color, drama, and ferocity. You're going to make some friends, and you're going to make some friends who challenge you. You're going to make some friends that respect you, but it's not all going to be your way. You're going to disagree with some people. Some people are going to disagree with you. Sometimes you'll fight to survive, but the adventure keeps you alive. How interesting. So this is talking about, this is going to happen. Something like this is going to happen. You're going to be thrown out of that safe place, basically into life, into the world we call life. This talks to me about someone who's never left the comforts of home, who's always had it easy, who's always had it provided for them, who's always, it's just kind of fallen into place. But now you're leaving that. And it's a choice, clearly, but it looks like you're going. It talks about attraction, stimulation, daring, unexpected thrill, danger, a change in circumstances, wishing to understand, wishing to know, wishing to learn, wishing to be challenged, actually. That's if you're going in the upright. And I think we did get it in the upright. If you're in the reverse, you're in a rut. And you're conditioned. And you're basically bored and dull. And life is boring to you. You feel unchallenged. You feel like a coward. You've got the feeling of apathy. Like, whatever. You know, it's just one more day. It just goes by. So Spirit says it's time to step beyond the places where you feel safe. And beyond the people that you feel safe with. And stretch your wings. Seek out new friends, new experiences, new people. You're going to find a lot if you dare to explore this. I find that really intriguing. I wish I had chosen the items that I was going to pick. The guard cat and the lady with the light. Okay, so for those who chose the dove of peace with the succulents. Very emotional dove of peace. That dove. It's filled with succulents, which are filled with water. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Hold on a second. Here comes the rain. Pounding. I love this. I love this. Look at that out there. See the rain coming down? I don't know if you guys can tell. You can see the water. My garden, loving it. My garden's loving it. I may be actually going to a new place. So, curious. I keep seeing the same card here. We'll see if it pops out. For those who chose the Dove of Peace, Spirit, there it is again. It keeps popping out. Death shall not take him. So at the last moment, you know, when you figure it's all over and said and done, this is the one where, you know, you've tried everything. You've hit a brick wall after brick wall and nothing's working out. And it could be a health challenge. It just doesn't seem to be going away. Let's hope it's my lip, right? This just keeps staying. It needs to go away. But right when you've given up, basically, it's right when you've given up. It's never going to happen, right? Or you're free falling and you're about to die because your shoot's not popping. All of a sudden, divine intervention steps in and the heartbeat starts beating again, right? Death shall not take him, her, this relationship, this job, this home that you wanted. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose the Dove of Peace. Cherry on top. This came up yesterday as well. So this is talking about you've done a lot of work. You've put a lot into something, whether it be a job, a project, a relationship, whatever it is. You've been working very, very hard. You've been creating something. And there's just one thing that you have left to do. The final touch, which is the cherry on top. Now the number 2, everything is happening exactly as it is meant to happen, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. And the number 6 again, don't be so focused on this material world, or victory, right? It could be either. So all this work that you've been doing, all these efforts, you're so close to the final attainment of whatever that goal was. You're so close. There's just one final touch, one final commitment, one final, yes, I'll do it. Or yes, I want to. Or what, I don't know what the final touch for you would be, but it feels like it's going on forever. It feels like the never-ending story, which is kind of what my life feels like. I get this really clear. The never-ending story. I feel like I've been traveling this road forever. I wrote a song, and I never finished recording it, but it's talking about this road. This road I travel is long and lonely, and I'm talking to God as I'm walking along. This, the road I travel is long and lonely, and will I ever get what I've been promised? Will it ever happen, right? So you may feel like you've been on this never-ending journey to manifest something, and you wonder if you'll ever reach the promised land. It's like the Israelites wandering in the wilderness, right? And what's happened, you've kept moving forward, which has taught you patience. It's taught you endurance, right? And as you look back, you might realize, as I do, that that's why you kept getting delays. Yes, it's coming. Yes, it's coming. And it is coming. It will happen. Why did I keep getting delayed? Because what you needed to do was develop this attitude. You needed to understand that if it really matters, sometimes, you work a very long time with delayed gratification. It's worth the effort that you put into it. You have developed patience. You have developed persistence. But still, it gets frustrating, and you get to the place where you're just like ready to throw your hands up or walk away or say, you know what, I've given too much, right? I've put 6 years into this now. I've done this before. I don't want to continue to do this. But Spirit says you have perhaps not realized how far you've come. If you could look back and see what your attitude was, how you were behaving, what you were doing in the beginning of this, and where you are now, you could see how much you actually have grown. And you're closer to achieving your goal than you actually realize. So don't quit before the miracle is what I would say. But there's one last thing that's required. It's like you're filling a cup and it's never filling. It's never filling. And then all of a sudden, one drop spills into the cup and it flows over. So all the preparation has brought you to this place. You just need the finishing touches. Everything is going to fall into place. Now the song right now, I won't lie to you. I know he's not right for you. This has to do with my post, and I was wondering if I should share it. You can tell me if I'm off, but I can see it in your face when you say he's all that you want. You're wasting all your time in this wrong situation. I know I could treat you better than he could. You need a gentleman. And okay, I'm going to bring it up then, because this has nothing to do with this. Maybe it does. Maybe that's my one finishing touch that I need to say to banish somebody and tell them to go away. Right? When I rhyme, it's usually something right. So Spirit says, if you think that this is too good to be true, that things like this happen to other people and it's gone on too long and it's never going to happen, don't. Spirit says don't. You've done all the hard work, and now all you need is to say yes. All you need is to do the final touch. So much of the work is done. Don't waste all of that effort and all of that energy and all of that faith that you've had in a situation to walk away now. Right? Don't do it. You just need the cherry on top. This song, scrub. I don't want no scrub who's hanging out the side of his best friend's ride trying to holler at me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the attack cat, the guard cat, and that would be me. That would be me. Who chose it and who is it? The guard cat, the attack cat. Correct for neutrality. I just don't want to make a mistake. I didn't name names, but there it is again. You don't have to do this alone. There he is again. For those who chose the attack cat, guard cat, Rooster Mama. Now this came out yesterday too. This is, I like this card. This is, look how she's dressed. She's funky, right? Funky in the jungle. Rooster Mama. The Rooster Mama. So her deal is, she's drinking her sparkling apple juice in the forest, which is like a jungle, a rainforest, dressed in gypsy clothes. She's very unique. She's very different. She's definitely dancing to her own drum, right? She is definitely not mainstay. She's definitely not run-of-the-mill regular crowd. Weird stuff's happening right now. I've got shooting vibrations going through my mouth. That's why sometimes I think maybe this will come back, but it's shooting up here, which is odd. So it's basically talking about embracing your wildness and embracing your uniqueness and not really caring, right? This is a rebel, a maverick, a renegade. She is truly authentic and doesn't really care if you like it or not, which I like. And she doesn't fall in line with plans that other people have for her, right? She creates her own life. She is optimistic, and she's definitely got a flair for her own self-expression. So she's asking for you to pull out your own rebellious nature. You've got it in you as well. This is a world where we are taught to ask for permission before we say, do, or act in a certain way, right? Clearly this is changing. I mean, the message we just got a second ago was about you're about to completely leave that comfort zone and do something wild, right? Something very different. It takes guts to be your own true self in front of people that are programmed. Programmed is what they are. You have permission to be strange, unique, outlandish, anything that you want to be. You're divinely eccentric. I love this. You have ideas that are very different as well. And your opinion is more important than the voices of other people, which were supposed to instill fear in you. Your opinion matters more to you. You do have compassion. You do feel compassion for the ones who are trapped in that little bubble and aren't able to escape. You've got compassion for them, but you're not going to be like them. And you're not going to buy into that bullshit story that they do. You are empowered. You have empowered yourself to live your life the way you see fit. As long as you're not hurting another person, you can do whatever you want. This one here is reminding you to be bold and proud and strut your stuff and shake things up a little bit. Don't be afraid to rock the boat. The only ones falling out are the ones that shouldn't be there in the first place. This is talking about the birth of something new, something unlike anything you've experienced before. It goes along with the first message, I think. And you're protected as you explore and experiment. You're going to be confident as you create your coming life. So Spirit wants you to be optimistic because this is on its way to you. It's on its way to you now or shortly will be. Right? This is a time where you're going to step forward with your unique vision, your unique voice, the way you do things. And now remember what the first message said. Some people are going to disagree with you. Some people are going to challenge you, but some people will respect you. But it doesn't really matter because you're going to be you. That's really cool. I like that. I'm curious as to what this is coming into my life. So we go to the girl chasing the light, chasing the daisy, chasing her happiness. Which deck? Okay, hold on. Okay. So it's the vampire deck. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the light, running with the daisy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the light. Okay. Jealousy. All right, I am going to bring it up because this is what this is about. Envy, punishment, changing course. All right, again, the number 2 and 6. Everything happening as it was meant to happen with divine blessings for everyone involved, letting go and having faith. And 6, you're too stuck in this material world, or you are about to have victory, which is what I prefer. Because right now, this is a story of someone who was so beautiful that they drew attention of the god Zeus. And for the crime of being loved, they were cursed by the goddess Hera, the wife of Zeus. And cursed to become a serpent from below the waist to hunger for the blood of her own children. Okay, so jealousy, envy, someone being punished for something that is not something that should be punishable. So the message is overcoming spite and envy for your good fortune. So you basically, because of what you have brought to yourself, because of your success, because of your, whatever it is that it's come to you, there are others that are jealous of it. They're envious of it. They want that. And it's giving you some type of fear because you're worried about what they're going to do. And you're in danger of punishing yourself because somebody else wants you hurt. You're not allowing yourself to have something because someone else is envious and jealous. So right now, this is about shedding your snake skin. This is about using that ability to your feelings, using your feelings. It's like your spidey senses, right? You're going to be able to feel something out. You may not have proof, but you'll be able to feel it so that you will alert yourself to any danger, any threat. You're going to start feeling when something isn't quite right. What's interesting is this one that was part snake was not able to close their eyes. So the gift in that is to let you know to keep your eyes wide open at all times. Observe the changes. Be honest about what's happening with you, what you're undergoing. This is the message to stay fierce and protect what you love and connect with the divine feminine. Wow. It might be that there's gossip about the way you look, about your sexual behavior, people that speak against you. So what they want you to do is the ones who have done this is interesting because this is my answer. I can't believe I've never understood this before, and this is This is amazing. This is telling you that they want you to call them out. Call them out and declare yourself free. Don't allow anyone to question your behavior or your actions when it's their own actions that they are overlooking. They are overlooking the fact that they are gossiping, lying, and manipulating, and they're calling you out. So call them out. This is telling you you don't need to accept what people say about you. You're beyond their judgment. Their judgment doesn't matter. What you say about me is none of my business, and I don't care, right? And anyone that listens to you is not my friend anyway, so it shouldn't matter. The words are false. You don't need to live up to what they're saying about you. You are trustworthy and you are a beautiful soul. Whatever they've said about you, remember that one who everything was going great and then someone told a lie because they were jealous and everyone else believed the lie. Well, they all believed it. If they believed it, then they were never your friends to begin with, right? People can be bullies. They can be cruel. They can cause difficulties in life. And there is something about this around you right now. I knew this. Spirit already told me. Words can be harmful, and you have to take the steps to minimize the problem here. You'll find yourself called exactly what they are. You'll find yourself being called a demon or evil or accused of doing harmful things. You know, a lot of us have made mistakes. A lot of us, all of us have made mistakes. But you haven't purposely done something cruel. And you don't have to beat yourself up or go crazy with grief or allow someone else's curse on you to continue. You can rise above it and be true to yourself. Be an example by being strong. The time that has gone on, the lies that have been told about you, or the gossip that's going around about you, or the things that people are saying, it's going to pass. They'll pick a new victim, right? They always do. So don't allow yourself to be their victim. Remind yourself that none of them are going to get away with this. I'm going to read you what I wrote, because this is just telling me. I'm going to read it to you. Okay. So, an angry Leo will keep their emotions well hidden for years until they finally punch you in the face unexpectedly. I was shocked that that was the thing that came up when I was looking for what would represent an angry Leo. Mind-blowing that someone would be so jealous of their friend's success and connection that they would try to damage or separate a divine union or damage this friend. Considering the fact that this is a divine union, should show you that in doing so you will not be successful in coming between sacred twin souls. In the reverse, instead of keeping your friend away from their divine counterpart, you just assure yourself that you will lose whom you call a friend. Well, it's clear that you're not friends. Friends don't lie, manipulate, or destroy whom they call a friend. What is it then, I wonder? Power tripping, control, payback? Jealousy because he always gets the girl? Jealousy because he's successful? A Leo in the upright is kind, energetic, supportive, courageous, devoted, gallant leader. In the reverse, you're an arrogant, abusive, egotistic control freak. No one wins in this kind of fight. With that being said, understand I'm not fighting with you, nor do I wish to. I don't have to. This is a protected union, and there are myriads of angels and archangels who are overseeing this union. Yours is an imbalanced mind we're looking at. When Spirit told me the King of Wands is the Leo, and the time has come to clear your energy from your ex, I had no clue it was you. We both know we only dated a few times because you lied to me about my twin. I wouldn't class you as an ex as much as a lesson learned. He has always done so much to help you, even right up to the point where you were smiling at his face and literally stabbing him in the back the second his back was turned. You have easily lied to his face, and since Spirit has shown me your face and literally named you, you're not as smooth and tricky as you think you are. Aside from being spiritually and energetically connected, both twins are also gifted with similar gifts. Thus, when one is shown something, the other is as well, knowing who you are and what you have been doing. Is it worth losing your friend of many years to stop this connection from solidifying, to get back because of a sense of jealousy? Or is it not even about friendship? It feels more that your intention is to harm. The narcissist hopes that the kind-hearted, loyal, empathic man you've called a friend won't admit what he sees you doing right in front of his face, disbelieving that the one he calls his brother would intentionally lie and mislead in order to hurt him. And maybe you think if you can just put enough doubt in his mind that you can keep him feeling bad enough that he won't realize and recognize the true Judah in his midst. Do you know the story of Judas Iscariot, who went up to kiss Jesus on his cheek? He told his master that he would never betray him. He would always be loyal. But he'd gone behind his back, and he told the guards, I'll go up to the one that you're looking for and I'll kiss him on the cheek. And he kissed him on his cheek and gave him away. So the narcissist hopes this, right? Maybe you think that if you can just put enough doubt in his mind, you'll keep him feeling bad enough that he won't recognize the true Judah in his midst. You've been working on him for many years, haven't you? Many years to undermine him. It's fairly clear that you're not an awakened individual, as you seem to scoff at the truth of karma, not to mention the belief that there won't be a backlash for such disrespectful and intentionally hateful behavior. Interesting that along with your name and face, I was showing you punching your brother in the face. And the picture that came up when I typed in Angry Leo just now is just that. An angry Leo will keep their emotions well hidden for years until they finally punch you in the face unexpectedly. Interesting, I saw him with a fat lip and asked what happened the night before. Happened again, I see. For years, you kept your true emotions in check, pretending to be his friend, only to unleash them in contrived, heinous, spiteful jealousy. What is it about divine union that you do not comprehend? Enter the arena. You are definitely playing with fire now. It's only enlightened beings, spiritual people, that would be very worried about doing something like that, because we understand the truth of karma. You understand that, you know, I don't have to even talk about it. I'm not going to make it my mission to see this compensated or balanced, because you do that yourself. Whatever we send out from us, we bring back to us. Karma is real. It's like you throw a boomerang, it's going to come back. It may not come back at you from the one that you hurt. It most likely won't, because the one that you hurt is an enlightened being, and so am I, and you hurt me too. But it was allowed to go on for a time, for a reason. And when karma comes back around, it comes back around in the worst of ways. It comes back around at a time that you can't have it come back around, that you don't get away with it. So that was the message that I had. I wasn't sure if I should share it, but clearly that's what you do. You call them out. You call them out on their bullshit. And you say, it isn't for me to stress. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress and worry about it, because there are other ones that are seeing what's going on, and you will have to live with this as well yourself. So now, I think we've done all four, right? We did the guard cat, the dove, the light, the Native American drum. Yes, we have. So now what we're going to do is we're going to ask for a side message for each sign, each item. Clearly, if Spirit wants this to be called out right now, it's because it's about to be dealt with, right? Because for a long time I wasn't given a name, I wasn't shown the face. For a long time I had confusion, and I didn't understand why I kept being told to, you know, clear your energy from your ex. And I'm like, what ex? I wouldn't even consider him an ex, right? So sometimes it's as far back as many, many years ago. Well, you went on a couple of dates with this person, but long enough for them to use that to hurt you and to hurt someone else. My cords have been incinerated. Absolutely incinerated. So for those who chose the Native American drum, from the Blessed Be cards, I like this because it's a blessing. A blessing for healing of injury or illness. Yay! Yay! That's what I asked for, right? And this one, here's the Greenman's bride. She sits in the forest. And that is the blessing. So I'm going to read them to you, because they literally are, that's what they are. They're blessings. And I've asked for this for my spiritual twin, and I've asked for it for myself. So it's nice to see a quick answer. I just said that the other night. Isn't that cool when you ask for something and you get an answer so quickly? Okay. So for you who have been experiencing poor health or an issue like what I have, a blessing to bring you all that will restore and revive you in your time of need. And it could be emotional health too, right? Emotional health, because somebody that was supposed to be someone that you should have trusted and loved purposely hurt you. May the bloom of health blossom upon your pale cheek, and may the strength of the great old trees and beings begin to flow again through your veins. May the cells in your body begin to regenerate and turn over again and again, until all that was not well is no longer resident within the holy form your spirit has taken this lifetime. May the urge to stand again, to laugh, to dance, to move and smile into the eyes of strangers be yours. And let the healing come within the breath, so that within every intake, something of the great green world in the depth of the oceans frees you from ennui and lassitude. May you begin to rise from your bed, refreshed and hopeful, and may the muscles of your body grow firm and long with good use. Let your hair shine, your eyes sparkle, and the strong white bones in your body support your movements. May the nurturing time within the cave of healing have brought to you compassion for those who suffer, a deeper understanding of what it's like to be the outsider for a time, and a new appreciation of the perfection of the form you have been born into. And if you are not the same as you were before the time of illness, let that part of yourself go, and focus now on the new being you are becoming, and bring this birth through support of your body. Allow any habits of thought or of the body that will not support the return of a blessed health leave you now, for they are not yours. Let yourself make the very most of the blessing of your health. Be outside amongst the natural world. Breathe the deep mountain air and sing the song of your shining blood out into the valleys and the meadows. You are as natural as the flower, as strong as metal beneath the earth, and you will be reborn to yourself. When it comes, be joyful and know this blessing can be worked with and enjoyed for all the days of your life to come. Be well, dear soul, and help others to find their health too by being an example of that shining energy now and always. I love this. So see, somebody who was lied about and cast out and went through such a difficult time. What if you started to drink because of that? What if you started to do something else? Remember, hey mom, Mom, I made it. Drugs. Sometimes people fill a void, the pain, try to dull the pain by drinking too much, right? That's what I've seen a lot, is drinking too much, actually, because they're trying to numb that pain. And this is going to go away now. You're going to stop doing that. You're going to understand that you need to be out in nature. And Spirit has asked for a blessing on your health. This is coming for you. I love it. Thank you. For those who chose the succulent, the dove of peace. For those who chose the succulent, the dove of peace. A blessing on your wisdom. I love this. Is my favorite. This is why I bought the deck, because of that card. You see what she's got in front of her. She's got all of the tools. This is the magician. This is either the high priestess or the magician, which is basically their counterparts, right? She's got the eyes of the owl, the seer. She's got magic and miracles from the raven. She's got the loyal wolf pack at her side. She's burning sage. She's got crystals in front of her. She's very connected to her spiritual self, her spiritual knowledge. She's connected to her gifts. So this is a blessing on your wisdom. A blessing to grow and develop wise ways within our lives, for us to respond from a place of experience and consideration, married with instinct and intuition. Wisdom is a word used so often, yet when we begin to examine it, we wonder if we ever truly knew what it meant at all. For wisdom is the way of the wise. And who is wise? Those who know. What do they know? They know how the world is and how it works, yet they're not jaded or lacking in openness to change. Wise ways are those that come from a wealth of experience and contemplation, of gathering information on the road of life, of having spoken to many humans and drunk from many wells. It is a knowledge of our own nature and of the natural world itself. Wisdom sees clearly and understands the potential consequences of actions. We ask now for a blessing on your wisdom, that you may grow in your wise ways, and that no experience in this life shall be wasted. That from every encounter and every interaction with human, animal, tree, and stone, you begin to observe keenly how the world works and the natural way of things. You begin to understand deeply through experience the fall of leaves and the quiet cold of winter, the shuddering rebirth of spring and the fullness of light and warmth that is summer. Every season is your teacher. You come to know you can be of assistance, but you cannot force. You come to acknowledge your influence, but your lack of control. Yet you strive always to be positive, a positive influence and an example of kindness within the world. And you use your anger and your dissatisfaction to motivate you to create a better world within your own life. And through that, you influence all that is around and about you. To be wise is to grow and to change and to still be hopeful, kind, and good. It is no longer to be gullible or foolish or naive. It is to know how to act and how to behave in ways that others can draw strength from. So, friend, a blessing on your wisdom. That's the wise ways. The wise blood shall rise and sing their song of experience to you once again. Blessed be. What I really liked about this in here was, where's the one part? You've come to know that you can be of assistance, but you cannot force, right? You can't make somebody do something. Everyone has free will. Never underestimate the power of planting a seed. And unfortunately, that liar and that manipulator did that. They planted a seed of doubt, and they kept cultivating that. And yet we choose to plant seeds of love, right? Seeds of love, knowing that we don't wish to control another. There is no controlling of another. We wish to be a positive influence. I like that. You've come to acknowledge your influence, but lack of control. I like that a lot. That's really cool. For those who chose the guard cat, what is your message from the Blessed Be cards? For those who chose the guard cat, I got to tell you, to talk, it literally feels, I've said it before, but it truthfully is, as though I'm lifting a weight to try and form my words, because I can't pull my bottom lip up easily. It's it's a workout on my lip. It's so odd. Really strange. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So, I mean, there's a message. You know, I said the other day, how could you be paralyzed and numb and yet still be in pain? I am constantly. This is numb. When I touch, I can feel pressure, but it's numb, right? I don't feel pain there. So it's numb. It's hard for me to speak, and yet at the exact same time, inside, it's aching, and I get shooting pains. So in an emotional sense, something can happen to you. This didn't happen of my own accord. This happened from somebody else doing something aggressive, right? Too aggressive, and it hurt me really badly. Same as like the person has done to another. And yet I suffer from what that person did. So I asked myself, why did this happen? Because everything is meant to show us something, right? Spirit doesn't intentionally harm us, but they allow things to happen. If we're going to learn lessons, this must be, to me, this must be a very, very important message for me to have to go through this. And that's what I'm getting, is that I was hurt so deeply that it made me feel numb and unable to speak. It's very, very difficult for me to speak what I need to say. I'm hurting inside. I understand that. It's incredibly difficult for me to speak the words that I need to get out. And it hurts, actually, because this is a workout. And as I'm doing it, it's straining and it's hurting. So there is somebody in my life that has been hurt deeply. And just to speak is a challenge. Just to speak hurts them. It's left them feeling rather numb. And so that's why that part that I liked, that we understand where we can acknowledge how we can help, but we also acknowledge that we don't force somebody to do something. You don't push somebody, and you don't expect that. You're there to help. You're there to use your knowledge so that they can gain something from it as well. But you know that you're not going to try and control someone. You're not going to try and force someone, unlike the person who lied and manipulated in order to do the very same thing, right? There's a marked difference between one who is awakened and wise and one who is clearly sleepwalking and infantile. For those who chose the guard cat, a blessing on your wisdom. So the guard cat, that's interesting. Now I sit here just now and I'm getting zapping through my bottom lip, which to me is a good sign, right? Hopefully. So again, a blessing on your wisdom, which is what I just reiterated, right? So the blessing, since I just reiterated that, that must be this. Every season is your teacher. You come to know you can be of assistance, but you cannot force. You come to acknowledge your influence, but you lack control. You strive to be a positive influence and an example of kindness within the world. And you use your anger and dissatisfaction to motivate you to create a better world within your own life. And through that, you influence all that is around and about you. To be wise is to grow and to change and to still be hopeful, kind, and good. It's no longer to be gullible or foolish or naive. So the lesson was, I was hurt, but I'm no longer foolish. I no longer blindly trust, right? My eyes are now painfully open, right? And for myself, why did I allow myself to sit in that chair and have somebody maim me? Because that person was someone in authority. Because that person was in authority, I felt that he had the right to harm my body because he said he knew what he was doing. Obviously, he didn't know what he was doing. I don't care that he's an oral surgeon. He damaged my nerve because he was overly aggressive. And yet I didn't feel the right to speak up for myself. And now I'm suffering the consequences, which is most likely the same situation. Because when you attack someone who is in a divine union, somebody who is also awakened, that person is a very loving, gentle soul, wishing to believe the best in you. And at one time, yes, naive and gullible, just like I was, right? But no more. No more. Now we understand and we can draw strength from that. We've learned. No one will do that again. I will not allow my voice to be silenced again. I learned from that. It was painful enough to learn from, right? And I love the ending. So friend, a blessing on your wisdom, that the wise ways, the wise blood shall rise and sing their song of experience to you once again. I love that. I love that. So for those who chose the girl chasing Daisy, the light, the girl that is the light, correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. A blessing for support. Oh, I love this. Looks like the Knight of Cups to me. Because of the water, right? It's the sky, but to me it's water. It's blue. It's truth. And I'm getting a ringing in my ears. So the number is 39, and 3 is full circle completion. It's also the Ascended Masters assisting you, right? This is a blessing for support. We're asking for support. So this could be support in anything. Emotional support, physical support, financial support, right? We're asking for support and a blessing. And 9, you have everything you need, light worker, in order to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Please stop procrastinating. And then 9 and 3, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, back to 3. Full circle completion. What goes around comes around. There's the message. What goes around comes around. Justin Timberlake's song. A blessing on you so that those who are in accord with their hearts and within their noble selves come to your side in times of need as ally, advisor, friend, and if need be, a warrior. A blessing upon you now, you who need the support of others. May you send out the call in spirit and in word, and to your side may there come those who know they stand with you. Within this atmosphere of empathy and accord, let there be honor on each side, and let old dissatisfaction fall away, so that together now you can face whatever it is you must confront. For when we stand with others, with the tribe, with the souls of those with whom we have stood in the past, we allow ourselves to have support and backup, and the strength of alliance, instead of the fragility of isolation. I want to point out that the page number that I'm reading from is 111. Keep your thoughts positive. Can you see it? 111. Keep your thoughts positive, because the universe is just taking a snapshot of what you are creating with your thoughts. If you don't like what you're creating, uplift your thoughts and change them, because you are creating your future. So may the right allies come to you and be noble in their deeds, and ask nothing of you that you are not willing to give, because it is good and just. May those that come to your side be brave, full of integrity, able to feel fear and yet do what is right. And when you go through whatever darkness that is before you, may these allies walk with you, allowing you to lead, and asking only that you too act in integrity and with justice. May those who stand with you be most blessed, advisor, warrior, kindred clan, and may you all conquer the enemies both within and without. If it be sickness or hard times, let healing come to you. If it be poverty, let food be placed upon your table. If it be injury, let them offer you the rest that will help you be whole. And if it be in battle, let their words be sharp, their skills steadfast, their knowledge of the enemy keen and shining. May you be most blessed in this support, and may rewards come to all those who do what is right in the hardest of times. Look about you. See, they are coming to ride by your side, and you will not go into the darkness alone. That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm saying this for my twin. I don't need to post this for myself because I don't care about you, and I'm not afraid of you. I'm saying this because you need to be unmasked if you haven't been. Where is it that I said here? No one wins in this kind of fight. With that being said, and understand that I am not fighting you. I don't have to, because they are. This is a protected union. This is a sacred union. And there are myriads of angels and archangels who are overseeing this union. Yours is an imbalanced mind that we are looking at. Spirit is who gave me the name. Spirit is who showed me your face. Spirit is the one who said, the King of Wands is the Leo. And it is time now, come, to clear your energy from this X. So I have no fear because I know who walks with me, right? But clearly this needed to be stated. This needed to be stated, and I'm glad for all of you. If anyone else is going through a situation like this, I hope it inspires you to speak up for ones who are being misjudged, ones who are being gossiped about, ones who are being lied to, ones who are being manipulated. As it said, may those stand with you and be most blessed, advisor, warrior, kindred, clan, and may you all conquer the enemies both within and without. If sickness or hard times, let healing come to you. If it be poverty, let food be placed upon your table. If it be injury, let them offer you the rest that will help you be whole. And if it be battle, let their swords be sharp, swords of truth. This is the Knight of Swords coming forward to slice with words. Their skills be steadfast, their knowledge of the enemy keen and shining. May you be blessed in this support, and may rewards come to all of those who do what is right in the hardest of times. Look about you and see. They are coming to ride by your side, and you will not go into the darkness alone. This is a ride or die. That's what it is. And that's what you were supposed to be. That's what you said that you were, and you were a liar. And so now you're unmasked. So, in order for this reading not to end on a negative note, we're going to ask for I Can Do It cards. I'm grateful. Thank you, Spirit, for showing me very clearly that I needed to say that. You know, when you first do something, I have to be careful because sometimes Aries can be impetuous, right? Or I can. But I put a lot of thought into it, and I wrote that out, and then I decided to pull it down because I thought I want to make sure that I'm speaking about the right person. But I've already been shown. The face, the name, I was shown. So I'm glad Spirit said to speak, because it's about trusting your first instinct and not double backing. So for those who chose the Native American drum, and I did, I realized that stress is only fear. I release all fears. I let go of all negativity that rests in my body and in my mind. I like that. I realize that stress is only fear. And I now release all fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real, or false expectations appearing real, which is most of the cause. Actually, for fear, it's mostly a false expectation of something being horrible, right? I let go of all negativity that rests in my mind and my body. Love that. I love positive affirmations. They're extremely powerful, and they work really, really well. So if you wake up in a funk, or if you're going down, like yesterday, I was not in a great place. You know, I had all this going on, and I was in a lot of pain, and I was just not in a good place. And somebody wrote to me and said something really nice to me, and I was just not, I wasn't a pleasant person. I shouldn't have been responding to anyone at that moment, right? And so I said I take back, you know, the way I came across, because it's certainly not that person's, you know, that's not what they deserve to hear when they were just trying to be pleasant, right? So sometimes we get stuck in a place and we got to pull ourselves out of it. And this is a way to do it. For those who chose, who did I say? The guard cat? Because we did the American drum. We'll do the guard cat. I give a portion of my time to helping others. It's good for my own health. Now remember what it says. I give a portion of my time to helping others, not all of your time. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. That's a good one for me. I'm going to leave this out here today because I'm going to look at that and say that all day long. I'm grateful for my healthy body and I love life. I'm grateful for my healthy body and I love life. Like that. What is the other one? I give a portion of my time to helping others because it's good for my own health. It is. As long as I do it in a portion and I don't forget to give to myself. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Dove succulent, at this very moment, enormous wealth and power are available to me. I choose to feel worthy and deserving. I deserve the best and I accept the best now. That's staying on my desk today. I deserve the best and I accept the best now because at this very moment, enormous wealth and power are available to me. I choose to feel worthy and deserving because in all reality, there's enough money for everybody. There's just enough success for everybody. There's no reason for us to be in a poverty mindset. There's no reason for us to be struggling. There is no reason for it. You deserve it. I know that I'm worthy of it and it is available to me and I choose to accept it. I accept the best, the very best. Whatever the very best is for you, right? What the very best for me may not be the very best for someone else. But I am deserving. I definitely know I'm worthy and I accept it now. I like the other side though. I choose to feel worthy and deserving. I like that. I choose to feel worthy and deserving. All right, for those who chose the girl running with the light. I deserve to have a successful career and I accept it now. The perfect job is looking for me and we are being brought together right now. And I actually know that. That's something I was shown earlier today. The perfect job is looking for me and we are being brought together at this very moment. I deserve to have a successful career and I accept it now with gratitude. Ooh. So we have 4 of them up. No, we have 3 of them up. So which one did we not use? 1, 2, 3. So we did the drum, the girl, the guard cat. Did we not do the drum? For some reason, I'm only looking at 3 in front of me. Sorry, I can't think of what it is. I'll just pull it. And whoever it is, this is the last one. Did I not do the guard cat? Maybe I didn't do the drum. I don't know. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For the last one. I choose healthy stimulation. I like this one a lot. This is the opposite of that gossip at work. I choose healthy stimulation. During breaks at work, I speak positively with others and I listen with compassion. I handle authority with ease and I am always respected in return. I handle authority with ease. I needed that when I was dealing with that oral surgeon, right? I handle authority with ease and I'm always respected in return. So you would be polite but firm, right? No, I'm sorry, this is my body. You're hurting me. You're going to have to figure out a different way how to do that because that's not working for me. I choose healthy stimulation at work. I don't go to the water cooler and join in all the gossip with the ones that are standing around. I speak positively with others and I listen with compassion. This is a very, very powerful statement. Walk away from gossip. Don't listen to it and don't participate in it. All right. That's it, you guys. We're at a wrap. I will upload this and get it out for you. Thank you for being with me today. It's not raining anymore. It's cleaned the air. There's still lots of clouds. It'll probably come back again, but my plants are really excited. So whenever you have rain like that, you know, weather, wind, rain, imagine the rain washing away all of the negativity around you. Anything that's come at you from the outside, anything even that you have been bringing to yourself by your own negative self-talk. I'm going to wash it all away. I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair, right? I'm going to wash that man right out of my life. I'm going to wash that man right out of my soul contract. Done, done. Whatever it is, wash it away. And then now you're refreshed. And it's all the positive ions. I mean, it's a great time to sleep too, right? Health-wise. I think what we need to do also is our solar cleansing and protection right now. We're going to do it right now. I think we'll go outside and do it. I don't know if we'll be able to see the sun. I think it's, I don't even know where it's at right now. I think it's probably up there. So it's bright enough. You could even visualize this being the sun beaming down. What we do is, it's raining right now, so I'm going to step back underneath the shade. But what we're going to do is we're going to ask Archangel Michael to come and stand next to us, because we're going to open up our crown. And what I do is I ask the Father to fill me with unconditional love. Fill me, Father, please, with unconditional love. And I'm asking for it to fill me from my root all the way up to my crown. And as it goes past each chakra, it's going to highlight and start stimulating and moving it. Okay? And as it goes up, 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 gets to the crown, it's going to spill out like a volcano, pouring down the outside. Just like this blonde here. There it goes, pouring down, right? And as it pours down, we're going to visualize it like it hits the water. Once it hits the water, it solidifies. It's solid now. And it's turned into, just like the color that you see on the lake, pure titanium shield, impenetrable. And then we ask Archangel Michael to put a shield of mirror plating around the outside. So what's going on right now is we have burned off all of the negative thoughts, feelings, fears, worries, doubts that are inside of us, that we have said negative, because whatever we send out in a negative way, we are creating, right? Oh, it's too good to be true. Well, that's not going to happen. Or this is never going to happen. Or they will never do this. Or, it's gone. Or it's too late. Or whatever. We have to either say cancel, clear, delete, which is what I said to the person yesterday when I was just being negative. I wrote back and said, I cancel, clear, delete anything that was less than positive, right? So now we've burned that all off from the inside of us. And anything that's come against us from the outside that others have said, done, or intended to come against us, there's many that we may not even realize have done this. Apparently, it's been going on for quite a while that I wasn't even aware of. And that's okay, because we've burned that all off as well. And we've got a protective shielding now. So they're not going to come, and they're not going to be able to get into our armor. We are protected. We ask Archangel Michael to please now close our crown. We thank him for being of assistance with us. And we ask him to cut any cords that we are unaware of, that other people have attached to us, or wrapped around us, or attempted to wrap again around us once we have severed them. We ask that that be done, and that the cords easily fall away. Cords of love can never be cut, so I ask that all cords be cut with everyone in my life, especially my twin soul, so that there's no cords of dysfunction allowed. Only cords of love remain. And now we are safe and protected. And because we have unconditional love inside of us, when anything comes against us, all we vibrate out is love. And it's a mirrored plating, so it bounces back off of us and goes back to them. So whatever anybody sends our way goes back to them 100-fold, whether it be good or whether it be not so fun. So it would be smart if they stopped throwing shade, right? It would be smart if they didn't continue to pretend to be a friend and malign and lie and manipulate and deceive, because it'll go back to them 100-fold. And trust that it will. I've been watching karma unfold lately, and it's not a pleasant thing to watch. I don't enjoy it. I don't. And the one that has done this in my life and to my spiritual twin's life, I always thought the person was a really sweet person. I always did. I had no idea. No idea. So that's really sad. It doesn't make me happy, to learn that. But sometimes the truth hurts. So we are now protected, and whatever we vibrate out is love. And if anything goes back up on them, it's on them. And we're out of it. Look at me with my dark glasses. Okay, you guys, that's it. We're at a wrap. We'll talk soon. Bye.